Doctor Who Partners in Crime, the first episode of Series 4, is written by Russell T Davies and starring David Tennant and Catherine Tate. So yeah, all the episode titles are revealed in 5th of April 2008, except episode 12, The Stolen Earth, because, well, that would have given it away. They described episode 9 as River's Run, but changed it into Forest of the Dead. So like the previous series, all the episodes have story arcs. First we have Bad Wolf, then Torchwood, and then Saxon. So in the arc of the 4th series, Doctor Who magazine's preview of Partners in Crime described the arc as an element from every episode, whether it's a person, a phrase, a question, a planet, or a mystery, builds up to the grand final. There's mentions of bees disappearing, planets have been lost or stolen, and Rose appearing. Also, the final full series for David Tennant as the Doctor and Russell T Davies as the head writer. A character, Penny Carter, who's a journalist played by Verona Joseph, was originally going to be the Doctor's next companion, but Catherine Tate accepted the offer to return to the show as Donna Noble, where she first appeared in The Runaway Bride's 2006 Christmas special as a one-off companion, and became a full one in Series 4. And she said she had a blast doing the Christmas special and looked forward to go travelling with the Doctor. Russell T Davies said that the delight is that one of Britain's greatest talents has agreed to join us for the 4th series. She was received criticism comparing to Daniel Craig when he's announced as the next James Bond until they saw them and realised they're outstanding. So Davies based the character Miss Foster on Super Nanny Jo Frost, and Eva Perrin, the actress Sarah Lancashire, compared her character with Mary Poppins. We have monsters who appear in one episode designed to scare people, such as Werewolf and Professor Lazarus. As for adipose, they're written as cute. Davies also made some changes to Donna because Rose and Martha, who fell in love with the Doctor, but Donna was just like the Doctor's friend. Whenever the Doctor does something wrong, straight away she has none of it. So the episode begins with the Doctor and Donna walking in the street and walking into Adipose Industries. Funny we have Stark Industries, and this episode came out the same year as Iron Man did. We have a presentation of Foster can of beer recommended for everyone. Drink it so much and they'll get badly drunk. Just kidding. I just like to use that gag. So, Miss Foster does the presentation of a pill to lose fat, and I like how they used the gag for their plan by using the fat just walks away as a slogan. While the Doctor is at the projection room, after the Doctor and Donna asks different people working in the office for customers' address, and Donna has a pendant, if anyone twisted it, it activates the birthing process of adipose. So Donna visits to a woman called Stacey Campbell, who's getting ready to dump her boyfriend, saying she can do better than him. Well, that's nice. Not like he's got feelings. So she goes into the bathroom putting some makeup on. Donna decides to play with a pendant which gets an adipose out of Stacey. Miss Foster has detected it, so she gets her guards to find it, and because she's aware that there's a witness, she uses a pendant to force more adipose out of Stacey, and her body melts with several adipose appearing. I just love the scene where adipose waved at Donna and jumped out of the window. I always thought the adipose are cute. Wouldn't mind to have one as a cuddly toy. While that event is happening, the Doctor visits Roger Davy, who took that pill just like Stacey did. When he loses weight, he can hear a burglar alarm set off at night when he woke up. The Doctor is guessing it could be the cat flap, thinking they don't just let things in, they let things out, and remembering the slogan, the fat just walks away. So the Doctor's detector device went off. I just love the scene where the Doctor runs around the street carrying that device with his long brown coat on. It just makes him look cool. So after Donna tells the taxi driver that Stacey is gone and he drove really annoyed, Donna returns home to her mum Sylvia, and she seems to see Donna as a child when she asks what time it is. And Donna sitting at a kitchen table with a cup while Sylvia goes on and on about her not getting a job. So she later went up the hill to see her granddad, Wilfred Mott, played by Bernard Cribbins, the character who previously appeared in Voyage of the Damned. Apparently Howard Atfield, who played Jeff Noble in The Runaway Bride, originally reprised the role in Series 4, but he sadly died in October 2007, so his scenes were refilmed with Bernard Cribbins as Wilfred, Donna's granddad. And the footage is available, I've seen it, and I think it's a nice scene. I really love the chemistry between Donna and Wilfred and the banter they have. I think Bernard is fantastic. Donna reveals that she regrets declining the offer to travel with the Doctor and requesting to Wilf if he sees a flying blue box he could shout at it. I think the scene where the Doctor examines a pendant and realises he's talking to himself is funny and sad at the same time because Martha isn't there. So Donna nicks Sylvia's car and parks where the TARDIS was going to land and went back to the Adipose Industries and hides in a lady's toilet while the Doctor hides in a cupboard. After 8 hours and 40 minutes later, blimey. The Doctor leaves his hiding place. Sylvia phones Donna that she needed the car while she's hiding, pretending that she's in church for praying. But then Miss Foster bursts in with her 2 guards because they have a thief in the building. It is intense when the guards kicks every toilet cubicle door open until they found Penny because Miss Foster's results are fake. So they took Penny into Miss Foster's office. Donna and the Doctor followed them. Donna looks through the office door and the Doctor uses the window cleaning cradle and watch the same event, and this is where they found each other. We get a hilarious scene that they're talking silent using sign language. It's absolutely hysterical. When Miss Foster saw them and was like, "Are we interrupting you?" So they ran off and reunite at the stairs, and Donna pointing out the Doctor is wearing the same suit as she met him is really funny. So while Miss Foster and her guards chase after them, the Doctor and Donna went down to the window cleaning cradle just after the Doctor says he's the only one who can operate it unless Miss Foster has a sonic of her own, which would be unlikely. But it turns out she has a sonic pen. I was like, oh! So she speeds up the cradle so the Doctor managed to stop it, but sets fire on the cable and it snapped. So Donna fell and grabbed onto the cable, which looks intense. I bet a lot of people who has phobia of heights cannot watch that. So the Doctor uses his sonic screwdriver to disarm Miss Foster and nicely catch that sonic pen, otherwise they'd be screwed if he misses. I find the scene funny where the Doctor opens the window, climbing through and fell on the floor. So while Miss Foster heads back downstairs to find out who the Doctor is, the Doctor goes to Miss Foster's office to get Donna inside and set Penny free. But sadly she messed up her chance getting out of the building by searching for evidence, and she gets caught by Miss Foster and her guards, so they tied her up. So in the main office, the Doctor and Donna finally catches up with Miss Foster and her guards. She notices off-world judging by the sonic technology. We learn that she uses a gag foster mother for Miss Foster. Her real name is Matron Ophelia. Nursery Fleet intergalactic class, and those pills are spark of life. Adipose are made of fats they can convert bone, hair and organs. All she does is look after the children for their parents because the planet Adipose 3 is lost. The Doctor tells her what she does is against galactic law and threatens that if she doesn't call it off then he'll have to stop her. So Miss Foster attempts to get the guards to shoot them, so the Doctor uses sonic pen and his sonic screwdriver, holding them against each other to make a loud noise, and it's pretty badass, I have to say. So the Doctor and Donna ran to the cupboard where he hid all day. It has a secondary inducer and Miss Foster has wired the building. As the Doctor managed to stun her guards with the force field, Donna has a catch up with the Doctor, which is a nice moment. He tells her that Rose is still gone, but he had a friend, Martha Jones. Donna mentioned that she went to Egypt, but then of course Miss Foster activates the inducer from her office. As a result, everyone who took the pill gave birth to Adipose, and there's a matter of time that they're gonna die. Because Miss Foster has feared the Doctor called the Shadow Proclamation for her illegal actions, so she calls the Adipose to collect their children. Meanwhile, Sylvia has a night out with her friend Suzette at the pub, and there's Adipose popping out of her. Luckily, Donna has a second capsule, so she gave it to the Doctor, and everyone who took the pill is saved. But the 10,000 Adiposes heading to that building causes a lot of traffic chaos. I thought that spaceship hovering is pretty cool. Looks kinda like Independence Day. And I love the sound effects on that as well. It's also funny when there's a spaceship flying behind Wilfred, but he has his headphones on listening to Dusty Springfield looking through his telescope, unaware about the spaceship. we learned that it's a nursery ship, so the levitation beam came down and adipose float up, and Miss Foster joins them. The Doctor looks at the inducer, realising that it's Miss Foster's in trouble, not people, this time. So they went to the roof, and we got a nice moment with an iconic line, "I'm waving it fat." Then they found Miss Foster levitated. The Doctor tells her that the adipose family knows the action is a crime, and they wanted to get rid of the accomplice, but Miss Foster says that she's a nanny to those children. But the Doctor said that the parents have got the kids and they don't need the nanny anymore, and at that moment the levitation beam switched off and Miss Foster, with a Scooby-Doo style, paused and realising that, well, she's screwed, and fell to her death. I was like, whoa, when I first saw that. It's pity that the Doctor puts the sonic pen in the bin when that could come in handy, could even work on Deadlock Seal and would. But then Penny shows up, still tied to a chair, and told the Doctor and Donna that she's going to report them for madness, which I like to see that. And Donna said some people can't just take it, which the Doctor and I agree. After Donna gave the Doctor a ridiculously amount of luggages, the Doctor lets Donna know it's a hard life and it has been complicated with Martha and he wants a mate. It's funny that Doctor misunderstood and thought the Doctor wants two mates, so yeah, in the end Donna puts the car keys in the bin and asks a blonde woman that bin there, which reveals to be Rose. I absolutely lost it when I first saw it. It's so great that Billie Piper came back as Rose. So Donna goes inside the TARDIS and it flew where Wilfred is. At first he yells, but then he finds out that Donna is in there with the Doctor. Absolutely buzzing. So that's Partners in Crime. Absolutely a fantastic episode and a star of the series. What do you guys think of Partners in Crime? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, thanks for watching. Can't wait to talk about more of Series 4 episodes. Next one is The Fires of Pompeii. I shall see you guys in the next video.